Clarkson is the leading scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and their best trade asset. With the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting at 826 overall, the team is clearly playing for ping-pong balls in the NBA draft lottery instead of playoff positioning. The team is looking to completely overhaul their roster through the draft, adding to the foundation set by rookie guard Collin Sexton and fan favorite Cedi Osman. Because of this, Cleveland will be looking to sell off any assets for future draft picks leading up to the February 7th trade deadline. One of Cleveland's best trade assets is guard Jordan Clarkson, who has been averaging 17.1 points per game this season off the bench. Clarkson's scoring average is the highest of his career and is also shooting a career-best 85.1% from the free throw line. Clarkson is making the most of his situation with the Cavaliers, taking advantage of Kevin Love being sidelined to become Cleveland's leading scorer. If Clarkson were in a winning situation, unlike Cleveland's, he would easily be in sixth Man of the Year discussion. Even with Clarkson being one of Cleveland's best players, he also has become expendable for the Cavaliers. Other than Clarkson, the Cavaliers also have Sexton along with Matthew Dellavedova as part of the team's frontcourt rotation. Sexton is firmly entrenched as Cleveland's point guard of the future, and Dellavedova is better served as both Sexton's mentor and primary backup. But, because of both Clarkson's stellar season and his middling situation, his player contenders likely have their eyes on. Clarkson's knack for scoring on a consistent basis, especially off the bench, is a proven commodity in today's NBA. That and Clarkson is only 26 and will fit in nicely with most teams trying to add as much young talent as possible. And if Clarkson happens to not work for a team, his contract will be expiring next season at $13.4 million. With both the Eastern and Western Conference wide open, there will be plenty of interested suitors looking to add Clarkson to their roster. For the Cavaliers to answer any playoff contenders' calls, they will have to be able to accomplish a few goals when trading Clarkson. The most important is to try and acquire future draft picks, as Cleveland's collection of selections is fairly small. If they are unable to obtain picks, then the only other acceptable compensation for Clarkson would be unproven prospects that Cleveland could develop for the future. The Cavaliers will likely have to take on some bad contracts to match the $12.5 million they owe to Clarkson this season, and sweeteners like these will make trades possible. Teams like the Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers or the Oklahoma City Thunder would be likely candidates to try and trade for Clarkson. Houston could offer a package of Brandon Knight and their 2019 first-round pick, adding more scoring to their arsenal and allowing Cleveland to add more young talent to its foundation. The Sixers could offer Markelle Fultz, someone Cleveland could take a gamble on, straight up for Clarkson and help remedy a ton of their scoring woes. Oklahoma City could send a package centered around Andre Robertson, Hamidou Diallo and future picks. There are plenty of options out there for Cleveland, but the Cavaliers have to sell high on Clarkson now to get the best possible return. As mentioned before, Clarkson is putting up career-best numbers and should be a candidate for sixth Man of the Year this season. In order to win that award, Clarkson will have to be wearing anything but a Cavaliers uniform. Thankfully for Cleveland, trading Clarkson is easily doable, and other than J.R. Smith, will likely be the next player traded by general manager Koby Altman. Cleveland's rebuild will be a long one, but with assets like Clarkson, it certainly is a lot easier to pull off.